Good evening and welcome to today's episode of Wellbeing with Neka. If you're just coming across this video for the first time, you're welcome. Kindly click subscribe so you do not miss any of the wonderful topics we talk about. Here we talk about well-being, physical, mental, nutritional, relationships, marriage. You'll find them here. So if this is you, if you want to live well, if you want to live wholesomely, you have to subscribe to this channel and not miss any episode. Today we are continuing with the previous topic, which is how to burn belly fat in 30 days in ways no one has ever told you about. This topic is everywhere. Go on any site and type it and you will see millions of views, millions of opinions, millions of teachings. But today you're going to hear it the way you never did. In the previous video, just in case you missed it, I'll do a quick recap. We talked about the origin, what lifestyle induces increase in visceral fat. We have to get back to the roots, because if we do not know the cause, getting to the solution will be a bit difficult. So we went down to where it all started, what causes increase in visceral or belly fat. We also went forward to talk about the biochemistry and biology surrounding food inducing visceral fat increase. We talked about the hormones, we talked about the timing of your food, we talked about the class of food that is a major culprit when not eaten properly. So if you missed the previous video, you can check it so you can catch up with us on this video. My name is Neka. I'm your well-being practitioner, and my job is to tell you how to make your life better. So as we continue, I will to quickly mention something that I did not mention in the previous post. When we talk about visceral fat here, we're talking about the lifestyle-induced visceral fat. We're not talking about the medically induced, hormonal induced, or anything that doesn't have to do with lifestyle, because I'm not a doctor and I'm not a fitness or a gym expert. I'm not going to give you exercise regimes that you will do. I am only going to make you know the things that leads up to it and to give you pointers on how to achieve this feat in 30 days. I also forgot to mention that the first step is deciding that you are ready. Yes, if you do not take that decision, nothing anybody teaches is going to get you to that point. So the decision is yours to say, from today till Christmas Day, I'm going to achieve a flat tummy and I'm going to follow these steps. And believe me, you will come back to give the testimony. So let's move forward. Like I've already done the recap, I'm going on to the next point, or to the next thing you need to do to achieve flat tummy in 30 days. Remove alcohol from your diet. Anything alcoholic has to leave within these 30 days. Why, you may ask? Let me tell you, like always, we get down to the root and explain why and how these things happen. When you consume alcohol, the liver sees it as toxin and treats it as such. It prioritizes metabolizing alcohol before the food you ingested. So what does this do? The body focuses on metabolizing the alcohol, leaving the deposit of energy, the deposit of fat you have already in your body. We already explained how these builds up over time. Another reason you have to remove alcohol is because alcohol triggers cortisol, the stress hormone. And we already explained that cortisol induces fat storage in the visceral, in the midriff, around the belly. If you missed that, you might need to refer to the previous video. So alcohol also is high in calorie. So just like carbohydrates, it metabolizes eventually to increase the energy deposit in form of fats. Let's not just talk too scientifically for the benefit of those who are not science inclined. But these are the reasons you should remove alcohol in the next 30 days if you want to achieve a flat tummy. The next point to note if you want to achieve a flat tummy in 30 days is that you have to be physically active. When I mean physically active, I don't necessarily mean you have to hit the gym. No. If you cannot afford to hit the gym, I'm going to tell you lifestyle changes that will help you to get that tummy tucked in the next 30 days. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So we continue on this journey to getting a flat tummy in 30 days. Then, like I said, the next point is getting physically active. If your job or your lifestyle is sedentary, let me tell you what happens. If your job is sedentary, the energy you get from consuming food is meant for two things. Energy to run the daily activities and energy stored in case the body needs it. So if you have very little to do, that energy that was meant for daily activities stores as visceral fat. It's a chain of biochemical reactions which we are not going to go into, or just take it on surface level so you understand what I mean. So your body is like a generator. For those from Africa, or for if you're seeing this video and you do not know what a power generating set is, it's a machine that generates energy which works with a fuel. So when you use a power generating set, it gives light, it powers equipment by the fuel which you have poured in. Now, if you keep a generating set still without using it and you keep topping up the fuel, what happens? It spills over. It enters the cracks and crevices of the generating set, and that is what happens if you are sedentary and you keep eating. It fills up and then it spills over and stores in cracks and crevices of your inner lining or your abdominal walls, contents of your abdomen and other parts of your body. So if you want it to go, what you have to do is to restart that generating set, get that body working, get that body moving. Then your body will say, oh, I have stored energy somewhere. Let me burn it. Let me use it. And that is when you notice that your stomach starts going down. And by physical activity, I mean changing your sedentary lifestyle from always driving to including a bit of walking. From normal walking to including a bit of power walking, including dancing and any other activity that makes your body feel, I need this energy. I need to make use of this stored energy. This can also mean dancing while you cook. This can also mean walking upstairs instead of using lifts. Anything, just about anything to get your body triggered to use up whatever it has stored. You do not necessarily have to register in a gym, because if it is not long term, if you do not make it a lifestyle, it's not going to work. It's not going to be sustainable. If you have watched to this point, I am sure if you have made up your mind to burn your belly fat in 30 days, you're going to achieve the results. So let's take it out. Today is our start date. Give yourself 30 days and do the following things that I'm going to recap. First of all, no late night eating. Do not eat anytime close to your bedtime. So I would want to suggest do not eat past 7 p.m. If if you're a late sleeper. If you sleep around 7, do not eat anything beyond 5 p.m. Number 2, you have to drastically reduce your carbohydrate intake. If you need a specific meal plan that you will have to pay for, you can send me a message. Other than that, drastically reduce your carbohydrate intake. Fill up your plate with vegetables. Any vegetable in season will do. Increase your protein intake. What does protein do? When there is no immediate source of energy from carbohydrates and fats, the body turns to protein for energy source. And protein does not end up as fat when metabolized. The next thing you should do is to remove alcohol totally. I've explained that. Another one is to practice intermittent fasting. I explained that in the previous video too, so you might need to go there. I explained why it is important, why it is needed, and why it should actually be a lifestyle until you achieve your desired aim and have a specific pattern. Then, to the final point, get physically active. If you have been taking note and you have decided to do these things, in the next 30 days, your waistline is going to shrink. Your waistline is going to shrink. If you do not know what to do about getting physically active, try getting in walking steps between 5,000 to 10,000 steps a day. There are many free walking apps on Android and on iOS. So we have come to this very, very insightful 2 episodes of how to get yourself snatched, of how to burn your fat in 30 days. And if you learned something, please drop a comment, subscribe, share, and like. My name is Nneka, and I remain your well-being practitioner who is all about making your life better in every ramification. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye.